Welcome back. At the end of the previous part, Meekins here pointed out there is probably video evidence of the crime in the evidence room, so we need to head back. So I think it's Wright & Co. we need to go to, and then the police department. And criminal affairs. February 23rd. Police station, criminal affairs department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's beneath Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what that means if there's anything missing? Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. Ugh. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks like a little flustered. Ah, righto, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Because he's an awesome dude. Right, maybe he can let us into the evidence room. Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Nobody expects, Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Yes, Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Can I go into the evidence room, please? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. Yeah, but it doesn't say he was alive at the second location. Just that he was stabbed at the second location. Simple. What evidence is this? No, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular. It's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I don't know what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. No. So I'm assuming that's him. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodsman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? What is it? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. For what, though? A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Goodman's lost item report, so it does, 21st, can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay, I want to look at that. So let's have a look here. ID 5, it's scribbled out. Why is it scribbled out? So it did point me back towards Gant, so... Permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Uh-oh. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out! Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You best run along and do your best now. Later, folks. He's gone. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? I just think a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we are getting... We get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Oh, does that not go in the court record? Because I wanted to examine it and by what's different about it from other things. So, let's see. Entrance. Can I get to the evidence room from here? Guard station, yeah. Okay, so what we got? Anything else new pop up? Or maybe... I feel it's going to be relevant, so guess we'll just do the ID thingy then. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? Where's the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my bambina's sky so grey? Officer Marshall? Does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have summarized, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest. That's better than the sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggy, as the crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy. But I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. No. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. So, nothing at all. Guard station. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambino. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. And he's hungry. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. Just saying that because his stomach was growling. I have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Try it. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Right, same again. Okay, so we want to move. Wait, does that come up? Yeah. February 23rd. Evidence room, Sector 3. Sector 3? It's quiet. The investigation must be over. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of a graveyard. Indeed. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. I wasn't trying to scare you. What were you doing in here? Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it is true what I heard. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate! That room to your heart's desire, knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. The Chief of Police Gant. Loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was putting in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? What's for a day? Guess what? Got permission from the chief, so now you're the boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Okay. Let's have a look at that, actually. Oh. Just a simple L shape. Okay. Boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trials. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth. I always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers? This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed, so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. So maybe there's two for, Goodman. I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand. Oh! You mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. Lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Oh my, that's a lot of stuff over there. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's examine some stuff then. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Yeah, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Indeed. So that's that whole thing. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Okay, so what's this? There's a metal detector again. Haha! Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Well, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. A cheap-looking box? Don't judge a personal machine by the cover. You gotta look at their heart. The heart of a machine. It's not even like got AI, it's just a box. Okay, let's have a look at this paint up here. No? Oh. What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Maybe I should use the spray or something. Is there anything I can think of? Looks like someone's tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? Exactly. We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Let's do that. That's the wrong menu. Court record. Spray. I was gonna say, that should at least show up, right? Knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise me you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. It's like, dude, calm down. Calm down. Uh-huh. A lot more blood here than there is at the other location. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. True. Okay, so I think that's it for that. We still need to examine some other stuff. Look, this one's open. And the red indicator lights above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. So taking the contents elsewhere. Wow. Someone must have broken something big to make these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case. The Case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. Want to try putting it back together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so... that's clearly going to be a top piece. So I say, does it stay in that location? We need something that matches the shape. That looks like it matches, doesn't it? So let's combine that. Okay. That's the top piece. No, I don't want it to rotate it. That's a top piece. And that one looks like it may fit that way, but... maybe from the looks of it, yeah. It's like, yeah, that one just definitely does look like it does. That looks like that piece... no, not that way, though. Something pointy. It's all coming together now, isn't it? Let's start with this piece. There we go. This is missing a bit. Huh? Oh, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it. Some pieces stolen? But they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Can't understand how it got broken. How is that helpful in any regard? Someone left a glove here, but only one. It's the 11th piece of evidence from SL9, then. Just gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Evidence from the case, you know? Oh, we've already had this, haven't we? But, yeah, rubber glove this time. We did that, though. You put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. Missing pieces, seem like a little unstable. Okay. Paint? What is this Soren paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's a blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Seems a bit odd, mate. What else have we got? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is presenting evidence to you, but so we'll do that one because we're always doing that one these days. As the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always get my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should have been ID'd enough. What's the world coming to? Big gumshoe, rebel against the system. Right, so I'm thinking stuff that's evidence would make sense that has like a little tag on it. Like this one's relevant, I suppose. Detective Goodman's note and the switchblade knife. Oh, could have gone with either. But Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. So the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know? 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay. Anything that's like evidence-based. Maybe that? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. That's fine? Bet it's fine, pal. Maybe the glove? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see it... Okay, so maybe... Yes. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violence? So... it was a moid? A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. The killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumour mill. Rumours about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleared up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. So, that switchblade knife. He took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Wait, what? So can I present him the knife then? Oh, it's already come up, so... Then... what? What can we do? I don't know. Maybe the knife then? Detective Goodman's note. Oh, we got that already. Wait, was that different? What else can I do? I already tried the ID card, didn't I? I think was there anything out here now? Oh, he is. He's hungry, isn't he? Said you might need that at some point. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? I guess? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. Fillet steak. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Yeah, because he was hungry, so maybe he'll help us now. Makes sense? Makes sense. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like. He's willing to talk. Okay, so... Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and keep calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Okay, Marshall. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SO9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but still smells like a real bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what exactly happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and my machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Why? And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon. One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card, plus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID that passes through. Okay, so yeah, 514. So this is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before, but who else enters at 514? Oh yeah, Thingy. Merkins. Sorry, Bambina. Can't show you more than that. huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. So have I. There's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Well, you can't. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep our evidence from solved cases in this room. We're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there's a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what they call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to the SO9 2 days ago. Alright, so I think we've got a lovely piece of evidence there, haven't we? Somewhere? Haven't we? We have to present him with something. I don't know. I was expecting like that list to actually come up. Alright then, so I don't know. Right, I'm thinking we'll end this part here. In the next part... Oh no, that's what we've got to do, thinking about it. We'll need to present him with the ID card, won't we? Because we need to prove that... That's the thing, I was expecting, like, Emma to hold on to the list of, like, things, the numbers. But if we want to get it off him, we're going to need to prove it, like it said. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next part when we actually present this ID card and see about getting that list. So, ta-ta for now.